Good morning, Bum Crack. Good morning, Lag. How are y'all today? Hope y'all have had a good morning or day, as in the case of Bum Crack. Lag, I know you're still in bed. Let me kill some stuff here. Anyway, hope everybody started everything out with a bang. I'm here by myself this morning. Todd's sleeping in, I guess. Or he's making me pay back for yesterday for being late. Yeah, your mom put up some cams. Lag. So everybody knows what you're doing, which is kind of creepy. Good morning, Craig. How are you? I know he's been busy. You still sorting through your storage unit stuff, Craig, or did you sell it off bulk? Yeah, whine to your mom. She might like kick you out. Lag. So anybody have anything exciting going on yesterday afternoon after Todd's show? Any good bill, finds, sales, solds, whatever? My shipment of Amazon stuff finally arrived to their to the warehouse. Apparently, it takes, like it says, everything should be available by the 17th. No, Todd, you scared me there, Lag. Todd is not in the green room. I don't even know what that is, Lag. Is it an electric Thomas the Train set or is it the wooden ones, Craig? No, I only have a green room, thank you. Hang on a second. Here's trouble. Good morning, Scott.
I'm not trouble. I'm an agent of chaos.
Okay. Dang, you're looking thin today. Did you go get your lipo yesterday or something? Or are you
No,
using a different camera?
well, I'm at a different camera. I'm standing up, but I'm down another pound and a half.
Well, your
I'm
face looks real thin.
down to 196.
196. Bastard.
Yeah. The other one said, "Do you want to try the updates now or restart tonight?" And I'm like, "I'm back in the B. Restart it now." 11 minutes. I'm like, "Fuck."
Well, that's good that it's not taking. I when you said or do it tonight, I figured that it was gonna take it half a day to.
Now, I run the beta. I run that iOS beta on that computer, and so it's upgrading the operating system.
It's on your Mac,
Yeah, this is a Mac too, but this one's too old to get updated anymore.
right?
This one's a 2013.
Shut up, Craig.
with the correct thing.
187 there. Oh, it's all plastic. It's the like. Does it have the little wooden tracks? I got a box of those around here someplace. Hopefully, one of these days I'll have grandkids and I'll get it set out.
Yeah, usually there's good money, Thomas, the fake engine. I've got one out in the car that I picked up Saturday. The guy wanted $2 for it. It was still in this package. It's if you the normal engines, if they're wooden, they're generally okay. This one was named Rheneas, Rheneas, little red
Right.
one. Never heard of them. It's worth like $70 on Amazon.
Well, as long as it connects together. There was a guy that used to have a YouTube channel. He used to make. He's a woodworker, and he would make the long straight pieces for his grandsons. And in their basement, there must have been 10 miles of Thomas track because he had made like 8-foot strips of the wooden track, and put the little doodads on the end of it so they would hook together, and
Not the doodads.
whatever those things are called, the little balls on the end of them that cause the tracks to hook together.
Yeah, you're getting worse.
His kids, his grandkids, he said, would sit down there and play with that thing for hours.
So you're saying Grandpa showed the kids his doodads and balls in the basement?
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
yeah.
That's what I heard.
She needs to
This
get
is
you
how
in the
bad it's
church.
gotten. The building
Joe needs to get you in the church.
The building is a disaster. This is how bad it's got. To keep up my remotes, I've had to put them all with Velcro on them and Velcro on the shit so I can find my remotes.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Anissa. Did you get that bucket full listed?
What bucket full?
Didn't you have a bucket full of remotes that you needed? That your son was Jacob was going to list yesterday, or day before yesterday, or last week, whenever it was.
That's today. I forgot yesterday. So I only had like 3 hours sleep, and then I had to get all my stuff done. I might have taken a nap and forgot some things.
What'd you stay up all night for?
Because my dumb ass drank coffee before I went to bed, and I couldn't go to bed.
Good morning, Todd. How are you?
I am peachy keen.
Good. How's the boss lady?
She's sore, but she felt good enough to get in the car and go get her nails did. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Todd said that Gwen was a little sore, but she felt good enough to go get her nails did this morning. Was that this morning or yesterday?
She got them done yesterday.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, dang, that nail place opens up early over in Texas.
I have 16 to ship on eBay. Damn.
Let's see. In one day, huh?
No, I didn't get everything shipped yesterday. 9 of them are within 20. 9 of them are from yesterday.
You're on 2-day shipping, aren't you?
Yeah, 7 of them are today. I sold so I bought one of these night owl camera systems. Have you seen those? They're like security systems when they're built with a hard drive. So I bought one of those at a yard sale for $10. So I sold the the machine separate, and then I sold the cables separate. And you'd be amazed the money that some guy bought all 4 of the cables for $155. He also bought all 3 of the cameras for $64. Somebody else bought the machine for $68.88 plus shipping. So that $10 investment got the It's over $200 because I broke it apart and sold it by the pieces.
When you said the machine, is that like the everything connects to?
Yeah, the little base station, little hard drive station,
Right.
little station. The cameras, not the cameras, but the cables, and had never. So this he never used this system because the cables were never unwrapped. Um, and so the cables went for like, I don't know, $40 a set.
Wow.
My phone just it went back to back back. I thought my phone was having a heart attack. It was going ka-ching, 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 ka-ching last night about 9 o'clock.
Well, that's good.
I even sold something on Poshmark last night.
Wow.
I know.
I've got 10 going out this morning. That's good.
No, that is real good.
For a part-timer, old-timer, part-timer. Oop, I got an offer. Let's see what you got.
Looks
What
like
you
the same person who bought. So I've sold 3 things now. It looks like one person has bought 2. Poshmark is very confusing to find what you've sold and all this crazy mess.
Oh. No, I'm not going to take $40. Darn it. Counter offer.
My other computer's alive.
What was the price on it, Todrick?
55.
How much you got in it? Probably $1.
No,
50.
it's a little bitty gold bracelet, so I probably got at least 10 or 15 in it. You can't buy gold cheap.
All right.
I figured you had a big old pile in your. You'd have thrown something like that on your pile in your vault.
I'm tired of talking to you assholes.
Oh, he's got to switch over to the other computer so he can sit down. Anyway, how's your morning been, Todd?
Cha-ching. It's all right.
Good morning, Joanna.
Except this package is going to Anchorage. God dang it. Wonder how much that's going to cost. It's first class, but is first class a lot? Well, it's not first class. Is Ground Advantage cheap to go to Alaska?
I've never shipped anything to Alaska.
Let's see if it's paid for yet. Nope, hadn't paid for it yet.
Oh, that's nice, Joe. Bread
What?
and butter pickles are good.
Yep.
I'm back. Did y'all miss me?
I told Todd, I said his other computer's ready so he can go sit down.
I'm too old to stand up for the next hour. What the hell? I gotta enjoy my coffee in peace.
Morning, Chick.
Like I'm somebody old. I gotta go pop the chat out so I can see the chat. What the hell?
What is don't you have like a 32-inch monitor screen up there?
No.
And what's the temperature up there? You're freezing today.
I did I hear right that within this week, Phil, that Pennsylvania is going to have like freezing temperatures this week? I think
Really?
there's a cold front coming that's going to put some of Pennsylvania in waking up at freezing temperatures.
Good morning,
Dang.
Vintage. It's 55.
Yeah, Noel was saying yesterday or the day before that it was 65 degrees there, and I'm like, holy crap, it's going to be 105 here.
And for the
Good morning,
record,
Mr. Sadie.
the screen is 50 inches as a TV.
Lord, at 55, Mr. Sadie wouldn't even put his clothes on to go out and get the newspaper out of the mailbox.
What are you talking about? It's going to probably be close to 100 there like it is here. He ain't wearing no clothes now.
You're so industrious, Joanna. You putting up freezing corn today? Or you're freezing corn today?
Take it all off.
My mom and dad used to do that all summer long. Because my dad had an acre garden. And then when my mom's mom would come up, that's all she wanted to do was send my dad out to the garden to pick stuff, and then she and my mom would can vegetables all day. Which with this time of day, that's not a bad thing. So just remember, when crap hits the fan, everybody head to Joanna's place. Because she's got food.
Yep. She's a prepper. Do.
I always get Ryan mixed up with her son, but Ryan's her husband. I'm like, the kid's like 6. Where did he get corn at? Did you sell anything other than really good, other than or unusual, other than the night vision cameras?
Yeah, I sold a. So if you see stuff that you look at and think that manufacturer doesn't make this, that should tell you to look at. Unlike Todd, I took an offer on this because I think I paid $5 for it. I might as well get it since I got to ship it today.
Dang.
It's a slow cooker by Corningware. When's the last time you saw Corningware actually made a small appliance?
Don't know.
I took an offer of 60 plus shipping.
Cool. Is it a glass?
It's plastic with a ceramic insert. It's got this big old insert, like a serving bowl or whatever.
Right. You can just put it out and set it on the table.
Don't pass on these little guys either. I paid $5, got this, and then a remote display. The remote sold for $32, and this one sold for I think $29, both plus shipping.
What is that?
Thermostat.
Got it.
A thermostat. I got one of them out yesterday, but I ran out of time. Yeah, that Joanne, that Corningware slow cooker. I never seen one before. When I look at all the kitchen stuff just to run through the auction, and I'm like, Corningware. That's weird. It's I've never seen. I mean, I know that brand. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, yeah, that's a good one. I bought Corningware at a yard sale this week. You want me to go to the van and get that and show you that one?
Yeah, go do some work for a change.
It's a good lesson. Hey, speaking of vans, I got the blue band started last night.
Da-da-da.
and it's cleaned out. So I couldn't find the title. They're gonna give me $450 to come take it. I'm like, all right, come on. It's the transmission is stuck in limp mode, second gear.
So you have a red one too, don't you?
Yeah, Toyota. The blue one's a Volkswagen or a slash Chrysler.
When are you going to get you one of those big ones like Bridget and Chris has got? One of the big F-250 panel vans. That's what you need. You can just leave it in there. You don't even have to bring it inside.
No, that's what I got. I got it a 5x8 trailer that will pull with the truck. That's what I've got that for. Lags in limp mode. Yeah, I've kind of thought that about you, lag.
You ordered tomatoes from. Oh, that's right. The business you're in. Sorry. I was like, dang, you can't buy tomatoes cheaper locally. But I'm assuming you're buying it by the truckload. He's probably buying it by the 40-foot truckload, trailer load.
Mm-hmm.
So how about you, Todd? You sell anything good yesterday?
Uh, yeah, showed you a bunch of those wrenches I got Saturday. I've already sold 3 lots. So, about 2/3 paying for them. I still
All
got
right.
most of them left to sell.
Okay, I bought 4 of these. There's two of them are this size, and 2 of them are the smaller size, and 2 of them have the blue pattern, not this pattern. Why did I buy these for $3 each?
Because your wife doesn't have them in her collection.
Nope. She collects Pyrex, the other kind of Corningware, not this
Oh,
kind.
okay. Why?
Somebody in the chat want to know. We'll give y'all the 20 seconds or 10 seconds, whatever it is. Why did the beer buy this for $3?
It's probably because it's
Mike,
a
Mike,
sought after pattern.
no, not the pattern. Mike, do you know why I bought this, Mike? You're the genius picker in the chat.
Mike does $400 paintings. He don't mess with
No, he don't mess with
cookware.
he don't mess with $35 cookware. Joanna, ding ding ding. They melted these damn lids. The plastic lid is worth $24.
Wow.
Yeah, it fits all these sizes. So all 4 of them, I left all them big pieces of Corningware behind and just got the 4 small ones with the plastic lids. The plastic lid, because it's just made for refrigeration and storage. To turn this into storage, so many people cooked them or reheated them and melted the lids. The lids are very hard to find.
Is that a grocery store chain, Mr. Sadie? We don't have those out here.
So they had some of the ones, the Corningware, that's the small ones about that size, but they've got they got glass lids and the little handle like for cooking soup or something in.
Right.
Those are nice if you eat that kind of stuff. But we use Pyrex here, so I didn't buy those. But they had glass lids, and they were worth maybe $10 or $12 each. Not worth me dealing with, because yes, Mike, the lid is worth much more than the bolt, because the glass lids don't, you'll break them or whatever, but they or get lost, but they don't get melted or destroyed at a rate that the plastic does.
Ah.
And so they weren't worth me picking up.
Do y'all supply to other stores besides them, Mr. Sadie? Oh, okay. Yeah, we see their trucks all over around Charlotte. Nobody cooks at home anymore. Everybody's going to the restaurant. You're just full of all kinds of knowledge, Scott.
Who's that? You know how I figured that out?
How?
I looked it up. I didn't know.
Took a
I know.
gamble on it.
I was standing there, and well, did I? Oh hell, yeah, I hadn't seen y'all. So I'm sitting there, and let's see if y'all would have bought this item for. I mean, I had to pay $1 for this item. Is anybody? Would anybody buy this item for $1 before I even show it to you?
Yes. I'll buy anything. Lag is a
Joanna,
nope.
about an hour away, hour and a half away from us, we have the South Carolina Farmers Market. And when my dad was alive, he and my mom would go down there,
I was like,
fill up the back of a truck with different types of
Hellfire. I've
vegetables.
never seen it in this case. I did a Mr. Sadie. Hellfire. I've never seen it in this case. $1. Y'all in?
A camera.
Yep.
And so I took it out of his case in this little dollar for $1. And it's the best condition SX70 I've ever found. I mean, the leather don't have a mark. The last one I sold for 90 or so, they looked like they had drug it down the street a couple times. This one, God, it's beautiful. Not a scratch on it anywhere.
I think Polaroids are making a bigger comeback than they were 3 or 4 or 5 years ago when I think they're back up to the price we were getting from Retrospect.
Yeah, Retrospect is back. They still buy.
But I mean, regular people are buying them now.
So the case does have a little bit of damage. One of the little things that pops off of it, the whole that goes up when it pops up, is torn here. But other than that, the case is in better condition than the last camera I found. So that when you and the little snaps are off right here, but still they can have that. I'll throw that in for free. And there was, so I bought 15 cameras at that sale.
Dang. Todd, I was watching one of the YouTube shows from resellers, and they're all a bunch of lying bastards, so you can't believe a word they say.
Yeah.
But he said that he's talked to people that, because he's had boxes of the film come through his store, and he said they sell quick. And he asked one guy why because he bought like everything he had. He said, "Why do you buy this stuff?" And he says, "Well," he says, there's manufacturers that's starting to produce the film now."
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And he said his kids, his love them because they can take pictures of each other, with their friends and whatnot, and it's they can pass out pictures and whatnot. So.
And so in the middle of all these old film cameras, there was one digital camera. This digital camera was sitting there amongst all of them. I didn't even know Pentax made a digital camera, but it is a freaking 16 megapixel Pentax with that big old lens, this thing's worth the battery. So the battery was shot. So I've ordered a battery and a charger, but it's $100. I had to pay $2 for this one. It sells in the $100.25 range. So I tricked the battery. If y'all have never done that before, I got the battery to come on and enough for it to charge. But then when I charged it, it swelled up a little bit. It must have been a male battery. You put a little power to it, it swelled up. But so, but it went in. I got it in enough to where it would it turned it on, and so I know it works. So I ordered a battery and a charger. So I'll have a grand total of $13 into it. And
so do you think because it was sitting in the middle of all that film cameras that people just didn't look at it, or
so was that Polaroid? I can tell you what it is. You may tell you what it is.
What is it?
People are fucking lazy. This was the third or fourth time he'd had the estate sale. We didn't go after the first one because we thought we've wiped this guy out. But this week he listed it as a yard sale, not as an estate sale. And so we got there. We're like, Oh shit, we might as well wander through here again. Well, this time he had opened up the back garage. So I don't know how many times. The first time we went, the first day or 3 weeks ago, there was the back garage was not open. So I don't know if this was the first day of the back garage or people just didn't. Surely to God that SX70 didn't sit there for $1 for three, 2 or 3 weeks before I just happened to. Victoria, I was asleep during your show. Since you cheap us out and only give us 30 minutes now, and I generally wake up in the recliner at 7:35, I might. But Victoria, this cup of coffee on my McDonald's, McCafe, and Walmart. The I saw a flavor the other night, and that's the reason why I drank a cup of coffee Sunday night and stayed up too late. They have a limited edition Stroop waffle flavor coffee. Oh my! This might be the best coffee I've ever had. Stroop waffle.
Say that slowly.
It's from Holland. Stroop waffle. STROOPWAFEL. Stroop waffle.
Stroop waffle coffee.
Yeah, so the
And
Stroop waffle, if you've never had one, they sell them in Starbucks. For those of you aficionados, you can buy them on. So they're basically a type of wafer cookie. More that's got this. There's two of them are held together with caramel. Oh my God, they're a wonderful thing. I bought it. I bought it at Walmart. Oh my God. I mean, I can go in, if you want to see the box. I can go in and get it. Wait a minute.
Oh, you didn't buy it from the McDonald's. You bought a box of drip or whatever.
Yeah, I bought it for the Curie. I listed it on eBay trying to sell a box or two. So let me see if I got a picture. Oh yeah, there it is. There you go.
I'll have to next time I'm at the grocery store. I'll have to see if I can.
If you're a fan of caramel, oh my God,
I love caramel.
On the box, and I put it in the listing on eBay. It says, "What's better than a Stroop waffle with your coffee? A Stroop waffle in your coffee."
Stroop waffle.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Victoria, it is wonderful.
Coffee, flavored coffee. I think Victoria gets up and she has a pot of coffee before she starts her show.
So Mr. Sadie, if we're going to have a moment of silence for Pee Wee Herman, does that mean we all have to touch ourselves in that moment? I'm just asking.
What happened to him? Did he die?
He died yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman died. Did you know that? I always liked his show. I was an adult, but I still liked his show.
Yeah. So Johnny, the articles didn't really say much, but he evidently he's battled some kind of cancer for the last 8 or 10 years. So his last 8 or 10 years have not been great. I mean,
he was 70.
Yeah, he was 70.
Wait a minute. I'm 65. Todd's 68. 70 is not bad.
So Harlan was at the yard sale. So I just bought all the cameras for $1. So I bought them all. So I'd never seen this one before. It's a Canon Z115. It's worth more than $1. I'm sure it's worth more than $1. And it worked. The display counter is on and working, so it's gonna. And it's got the manual in there with it for $1. Here's another Canon for $1.
Good morning, Julie.
Some of these film cameras, folks, are worth decent money. This one I'd never seen before either. It's a multi-tele.
I
don't know. You can see why it's Canon case for $1, and it's nobody. I just picked them all up, and I'm like,
yeah, that was Victoria.
An old Olympus. I don't know if it's worth any money or not. I'll have to look it up. But that's a weird number. The Trip XB40 autofocus. That's weird.
That's a film camera?
Yeah, they're all. Okay, I'm gonna say this for you slow people in the audience. There was only one digital camera. It was this one.
Okay. I didn't know whether we were talking about the same thing again. I was.
So here's another weird one. Anybody ever seen the blue Canon like that? I remember that. I remember that it's a 20 snappy. I remember the snappies, but I just don't remember the blue one.
Tom was Tom was lost in a piano tune in
Oh,
his
yeah, just
head.
shut up. Don't start that this morning.
Oh, here's a. That's the other pattern, the regular.
Right. But it's got the plastic top on it
Yeah,
also.
they made the lid. That's a bigger one. They made the plastic lids for different sizes. So
And so the lids are worth more than the whole thing is together.
yeah, so I got four of them. They're all different sizes. Well, I looked at the lids on the small one, so I'm assuming the lid on the big one is worth money too. What else did I buy? Control boards for this was for a so if anybody's motorhome won't level anymore.
Is it used?
No, it doesn't.
Coconut
Y'all
monkeys.
like a couple of reselling superheroes. Reseller man Scott and his sidekick Harlan.
He was by Harlan bought binoculars at this sale.
Yeah, he said that. And coconut monkeys.
Remember back in the '70s when you put the little coconut, they made figures bases on the coconuts, and they were all real popular in the '80s, '70s, and '80s.
Uh huh.
They'd carve a little face into it.
Right.
Yeah, he got a couple of faces in it, and I think one looked like a monkey. Or when's the last time you saw a Sears rangefinder in his box with the foam? I don't know that I've ever even seen a Sears rangefinder. But
It's been years since I've seen Sears anything.
in his box, in his case, with his leather case, this guy kept everything. I didn't know Sears made a camera. I might for $1 though. I'll give a whirl for $1. I'm already winning with the other two and all the other cannons. I'm like, so am I the only one that does this? If you find 4 or 5 things that you want in a lot and they're all that cheap, you just buy the rest of them and save yourself some time if they're $1. You know what? So you spend another $5 or $6. Does it matter?
Yeah, I bought 3 drawers of tools for $100 Saturday.
There's another Olympus. A lot of Olympuses can be worth good money. But I don't think that any of these are. This one's called a New Pick Zoom 600. I've never seen that. I've never seen any of these before. And then there was this guy here. I don't even know who made it, but I know the underwater stuff is pretty good. Oh, it's on my notes. It's right down the front.
Yeah. It'd be better if it was digital though.
Did any? Vivitar is usually not worth a bit of shit. So
Is that a 110?
that's an old 110 with a case. Yeah. This is another one of the weird ones I never seen before. Maybe it's the wrong camera. Damn it. This is not the right one, but another Minolta. That's not the one I was thinking of.
We've got one around here somewhere that took panoramic.
You see that one a lot. The big freak.
Yeah. It took panoramic pictures. It would take like if you put a roll of 38 millimeter film in it, it took 3 of the frames or the 3 of the pieces of film.
Oh, I lied. There were 2 digital cameras.
Oh, okay. Liar, liar, pants on fire. to make one photograph. So your prints were real wide. It was
Anybody
pretty
know what
cool.
that is? It was in the box too. I paid $1 for it.
Is
Is
that
that
a
a
light
light meter?
meter?
Is that some
Looks
kind
like
of
a
light
light.
meter of some sort?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
For people like Lag, if you see any of the older movies, like from the 70s, and the photographer's got this little thing, it's like he's scanning off of Star Trek, that's actually a light meter to see if where the light is so he can set his f stop and stuff like that on his camera.
Yeah, I bought these for $4. Would y'all buy those?
What are they?
A GE 5980 pair.
Are those round light bulbs?
That's a good guess. But no. Matter of fact, you're not even close. Why I said that was a good guess, I don't know.
You know,
So here's the inner pack. How about new, never used GE radios?
wow. What boat are they?
It's a handheld CB radio.
Oh, okay.
They're worth so I didn't pay $4. It was 25% off day. I paid $3, and they're worth about $80 on eBay.
You know, Lag's making a joke over there in the chat. He says, "What's Sears?" But seriously,
Sears is a lesson you all better learn. You know, you follow. Don't listen to Todd. He's rich. Talking about he's not taking the $50 offer. Most of y'all in the chat better take the $50 offer on the bracelet.
Sears, Pontiac, Oldsmobile.
Is it bad that every time I hear the word Pontiac, all I think about is a bad race joke?
It's you know, another 10 years, people won't even know what they want. Kids will think of them as like Pontiac and Oldsmobile. They'll think of
There's
them
been
as Studebaker.
There's an
You know,
estate sale this morning. I wasn't gonna go, but because I did so good with these, I'm probably gonna go.
did you say an estate sale?
Yeah, Sears was a car. You're right.
No, Sears was a department store. Pontiac and Oldsmobile. My point was, brands and are just disappearing, and one's like Sears. I grew up with a Sears. I wore tough skins and jean pants until they quit making them
Tough skins.
as a child, which was like a thin corduroy. More actors.
All right, we have two more. We have two more left in show and tell. So, my grandmother, God rest her soul, she needed a lot of rest for putting on my grandfather for all those years because he was an asshole. Kodak had all the disc cameras. You know, did you have a disc camera in the '80s? My
No.
grandmother loved to take pictures of. So one Christmas she gave me and my brother disc cameras. I didn't know Minolta actually made them because it was Kodak's stuff. So that was in one of the boxes for $1. So basically, it was for those of you who run around. How do you open this damn thing? Instead of being film on a roll, it was the film kind of spun around,
Right.
and exposed it. Then you turn the whole disc in, and they printed the pictures out from the disc.
They sort of look like ViewMaster reels, only smaller.
Right. Come on, open up your POS. Oh well. Oh wait a minute. If I only had a disc, oh wait a minute. There's not one in there. They gave you this to return them in so that they wouldn't continue to get overexposed.
Yeah. Kodak made a fortune off of their IP,
Yeah.
rebranding, letting other people, use their stuff.
That's an old Kodak bag. That's probably worth the $1.
It's probably worth more than that to a collector.
All right, so here's the other one. See, just to show you, I'll pick up anything.
What the hell is?
What does it look like? Somebody in
Well,
the
it
chat.
looks like some kind of pump, but I'm not sure.
Okay, so there is a little pump right there. So that's part of it.
Well, what's it for?
It goes on a Hyundai. A Hyundai, or one of them. It is a it's a windshield washer reservoir.
Oh, damn, that's big.
It is. Well, you remember in your car you only see the net, the fill neck. This is down below it because it's got to hold the liquid somewhere. This was $5 at a yard sale. Everything was overpriced or terrible. It's worth like $69 or $70, and it sells very rapidly, very quick.
Have you checked the pump to make sure it works?
It's brand new. He said he sold the car before he installed it.
Ah,
I just never got around to fixing it and sold the car.
like, do you know what a Datsun is, or a Datsun, depending on where you're at in the country?
I am Phil.
So let's see. What's this Bertram light meter worth? Anything?
Nah.
I'm guessing about $5.
Datsun is what Nissans were called before they rebranded.
So that's slightly wrong. Datsun was the car line that Nissan owned before Nissan decided to name it after themselves and remove it and just call everything Nissan.
Okay, we're going to expand on what Scott just said right there. Dodson was afraid because of still, there was a lot of young people that still remember the big war and all that kind of stuff. They wanted to have something that did not sound like Japanese.
They wanted to get the word son out of it. Yeah.
Right. So they came up, their American brand was Datsun. And then after, what was about, not, I guess it was in the 80s or sometime they changed the name.
Somebody got $2.50 plus shipping. Why would you list it for $2.50?
Just throw it in with a camera lot.
$1981.
Yep. Undercut. Damn right. I'll sell this one for $1.
You're a greedy bastard, dude. Undercut their $2.50. Senior lag. I think lag is still a petite senior. Oh, excuse me, that was running French and Spanish together.
You're right, Mr. Sadie. I have 3 Datsuns.
I had a 310 GX.
My mother had a 310 too.
That was a kicking little car. It had a little 4-cylinder in it, but that thing would fly.
So if my mother had a 310 before I could drive, how old are you again?
I'm 65 going on 66 and damn proud of it. When you get into the 60s, 80 looks really damn good. 90 looks even better.
What the hell does Mother turn this year? Is this an even year or an odd year? Should be 77. That was one of her favorite cars too. She loved that 310. I think it was the same one that somebody mentioned in the chat. It was a 310 GLX. That was a peppy little car. I mean, that was really when if you guys in the early 80s, it was when the Japanese cars really came into their own. They were underpowered, small little boxes in the 70s, but when they turned the corner in the 80s, cars like the 310, and that's when that's when the Maximus came out, and they started, and the Accords were out. It's when the automotive market here changed dramatically. If you were not around in the 80s, early 80s, when the Japanese put out cars that were, a decent size, decent power, and got crazy gas mileage compared to the and the other thing that they did. See, when I was in college, my senior year, our class study was on the automotive industry, and the difference between a Japanese car in the early 80s and an American car was the options. If you bought a B310 GLX, you got a certain set, and you maybe had like 4 options you can change. Other than that, that was it. But if you went to Chrysler and bought one of those damn K cars, there was 150 different ways you can arrange that thing, and the efficiency of the Japanese versus the craziness of the Americans really helped the Japanese make their cars cheaper, faster, because you got if you it's still like it is now. My van is a great example. If if you want a power liftgate, you've got to order that's an XLE. If you order the LE, the power liftgate is not an option. You can get all-wheel drive in the LE, but you still got to pick your liftgate up. The side doors move, but not the back, and so they limit it. You just buy the next level up, and it has all the options.
Well, it's like Roberta's Mazda. It's got everything on it except the power lift gate that Mazda has on a car. I mean, that's just the way they're producing them now. But there's a video, and it's where somebody uploaded like a 60 minutes type show where they were talking to people in Detroit. And this one old guy they interviewed, who was a union worker, he said, the thoughts, what the people, he said, the people in the towers of all the major, American makers were saying, Americans won't buy these little cracker boxes. You remember the first little Honda Civic? You could load up in the back. You could put it in the back of Todd's F-250 pickup truck.
Mother had a '76 Honda Civic that she bought in the mid '80s to just to drive it back and forth to work. It was a 2-speed automatic. It was one of those half automatic, half. It was a semi-automatic. It didn't have a clutch, but you had to shift it from low to high or whatever it was.
Right.
It was it was small. It didn't. I don't even know if it had a back seat. It was the size of a smart car, or maybe a little less.
It was. You literally could put it in the back of a full-size pickup truck. It sold the hell out of it. But the guy said Americans want a big car. They want the big motors, and they weren't prepping for it. He said. And the next thing, gas prices was out of this world. You were waiting in line for gas to be able to buy it. And he said Toyota and Nissan, Datsun at the time, was just shipping those cars over here left and right and selling them.
I said that right there should have told all of us that we were being lied to. In the '70s, they told us that, in the next 30 years, we're going to be out of fossil fuels and we've got to do something. We can't get it here. Turns out there's more fossil fuels under the U.S. than any other country. And now we're just punishing ourselves and not pump that out because of fracking technology and that kind of stuff. There's hundreds and hundreds of years of fossil fuels, folks. Don't believe the shit. Don't worry though, your gas prices are going up. If you weren't paying attention, Saudi Arabia and OPEC decided to cut production by 2% yesterday. So if you hadn't noticed in the last couple of weeks, your gas prices have gone up. They've gone up here by about 30 cents.
And see, I don't understand how people vote for people that they want to get rid. They want to get rid of the pipelines. They want to get rid of the gas production, and they want to get rid of cars. When you think about it, what the hell are you going to do if you live in Podunk, Pennsylvania, like Anissa does, and you got to go to a big city? You don't have a car. You don't have fuel. This is not Europe where there's trains running everywhere.
When we're not talking about the same kind of trains. Okay. There's trains running around here, but they're not the same kind.
Yeah, because most of the trains in I'm going to take that in a different direction. The trains in Europe are mostly electric. But then again, where do they get their electricity from?
uh, you're damn right, Mr. Sadie. They got to get rid of them coal burning pizza ovens. God forbid we get some good pizza.
Yes, there should be a lot of research going into electric production. But they gotta keep the world country going.
How about this? And this is not going to be an opinion that YouTube is going to like. So it's not the host's opinion. This is only of a random guest. They want to depopulate the world. They've talked about it over and over. Klaus and them wrote a book about the big Great Reset and depopulation. How about we just depopulate them? The world would be a much better place without the assholes in Washington, the assholes in all these countries, and this rich. How about when Davos gets together? There's a nuclear accident at Davos or wherever the fuck these people meet up out there on the island with the monkey or whatever the hell that damn statue is in California. We know where they're going to be all the time.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
If they can plan 9/11 and run planes into the towers and kill 2,000, 3,000 regular working people and firemen and firefighters and first responders because they don't give a fuck about any of us or any of y'all, those same planes can run into them. I digress. I yield my time back.
Okay. The honorable gentleman from Alabama yields his time.
Yeah, they want you to eat bugs, and y'all notice how that there's an active thing going on where people be trying bugs and all this stuff. I'm telling you right now, there's an active push. They're slowly pushing it in. 10 years ago, you wouldn't have said that there was any problem which bathroom to use, and women with dicks wouldn't be playing with regular women in sports. Y'all wouldn't have thought of any of that stuff. So,
yeah, that was not.
That's how you shame them right there, right now. If this trans is too nice, just call them what they are: women with a penis. If you want to be a woman, okay, you self-identify as a woman. You're a woman with a penis. You got to make this difficult for these folks. There you go.
I personally do not have an issue with trans people.
We'll see y'all on Rumble. Make sure you're following Thom.
Yeah, that's right. I have a fact that it's always in your face. Always in your face. And it doesn't matter whether it's just that. Being where I live at, NASCAR is in your face all the time. I don't care anything about NASCAR.
Yeah, but you can avoid if you don't follow NASCAR, you would never know it was there, Thom. You just don't go by the tracks on certain days. Other than you'll see a little more banners and stuff, and maybe a little bit of advertising. They don't. It's like it's not even. There's so many people in Charlotte. It's like it's not even there.
My point is you do what you want to do, live the life that the kind of life you want to live, as long as it's not illegal,
Victoria,
and
Tom's in
and
Charlotte.
just leave, you know, just keep it private. Everybody doesn't. Everybody does not need to know everything you're doing, even though we live in the world of Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram and all these other ones. It is everything that you do in life is not important to other people.
Yeah,
You
I
want? I mean,
adopted Roman.
they worry about what I'm going to say on YouTube when the GD president of the U.S. as they have got evidence on him taking money, selling this country out. There is a Chinese invasion from the inside going on right now, and what do? They're worried about what I say on YouTube.
Yeah,
They need to put a diaper on that man and put him in a prison cell, and everybody around him, all the people that cheated to get him elected.
just wait. Just wait.
He ought to be in jail for giving birth to that boy.
Trump,
the next president is not going to have to abide by the we do not. Apparently, there's kind of an unwritten rule that you try to stay out of the current presidency's
Trump 2024. This is a damn good show.
deal. So I have if Mr. Trump, oh Lord, if Mr. Trump becomes president in 2024, those people at the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, those asses are going to be put to work because he is going to be digging for any bit of dirt he can. If you've got a pulse, he's going to be digging for you.
Unless he puts him in jail for investigating him.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. He's going to be going after him. You can daisy chain 42 USB ports together in Windows 11. If you need 42 USB ports, you've got too much shit connected to your computer. Let's just be honest about it.
Oh, you got to charge your hovercraft. You got to charge your drone. You got to charge your camera. You got to charge your phone. You got to charge your GoPro. You got to charge everything, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right, Anissa. Since he won't be worried about re-election, he can do whatever the hell he wants.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to see.
And I honestly think that's the reason a lot of the old timers are getting out of right now.
Roman's ready to see my desk in a new location. I think he's bored with it.
Yeah.
Good old desk.
I can tell you the other reason why they're getting out of it. Let's live from the Senate. Here's beer from the Senate. I can tell you the reason why.
You're not that old, Scott. Come on.
That was brought to you today by the committee to re-elect Mitch McConnell.
You got to be at least 85. Come on.
How's he doing?
He claimed there was nothing wrong or whatever. It was probably a mini seizures, mini stroke. It was something.
Right.
But they're gonna go. They're doing it again. Don't believe your lying eyes. What the fuck is wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with this man. He can barely speak as it is. That damn giant turkey neck traitor to this country. Can we just have him drawn and quarter and be done with him?
Who's turtleneck?
Mitch.
I mean, I said Mitch should shake his neck like that, look like a giant turkey.
Well, you'd hope that the new generation would learn, but apparently they're just
I mean, Anissa was witness to the fact that their elections are rigged. Is there any way on this green earth they would elect someone who had a stroke and can't speak? He can't. He couldn't. He can't put a sentence. The illustrious senator from Pennsylvania can't put a sentence together.
well. She helped put him. Didn't you see her in some of it when he was celebrating his election? She was standing right behind him.
What the Fetterman?
No, 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 Anissa.
I mean, just look at some of these idiots that are up there. There's no. You can't convince me that they don't have help getting in over and over and over.
Yeah, they did. And,
You wonder. You put them on TV and you wonder between Dianne Feinstein and Joe Biden, which one of them's going to shit themselves first on the way out the door. That's the contest we're having now is which one is gonna crap the bed on live TV and check out of this planet.
Scott, you need to have a well, you could start it on YouTube, but I don't know whether it lasts very long or not. But you need to have it on Rumble. A show called "This Is What I Fucking Think." You know, I bet you'll have more. What's his name? Mr. Beast will have nothing compared to you.
Damn right.
Between the lovers and the haters on there, you will be the most popular person.
I bet. I bet if we went through the tax returns, because they should make every congressperson's tax returns available. You wonder the expenses for adult diapers. How much do our Congress people pay for adult diapers? Because there's so many of them that are 80 or above. Uh, that would be fascinating. I bet there's 15 or 20 that wear adult diapers.
See, if I was in the position to be able to dictate if you want to run for a federal office, you should have to supply 7 years of back tax, you know, forms, so people can see where the hell you've been making your money at. If you don't want to divulge that
It's not.
information, then don't get into the public. You don't get in run for public office because
It's
how do,
probably
how do
not.
these people making $150,000 a year end up being,
No, but it's not the tax returns before they get there. It's the tax returns once they get there.
well, I'm talking about they still have to continually submit their tax returns every year. How many of these bastards would go to jail for damn tax evasion?
I believe they got Trump's tax returns, and y'all see how much they blasted out all over TV. Wait a minute, that was another nothing burger they sold you.
Yeah, they got. But see, he. I think certain things need to be made, which then again, it goes back to the point where if you don't want to divulge all this stuff, then don't get into public office. But some things based on business transactions and whatnot, don't need to be divulged.
So there's an interesting thing I heard last night. There's a lady on TikTok. She 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 does little blonde chick. She does talks about what the government does and what the courts are doing. Very interesting. Last night she was talking about there was a provision in the 2018 and forward budget about spending on military. It was a one paragraph that was inserted into the 20,000 page budget or whatever it was, and it states that no support can go to the Azarov battalion. They tried to put it in 15, 16, and 17, and when the budget came due, it got taken out before the final one was voted on. But in 18, they let it slip through. They didn't take it out. Y'all realize that a good chunk of the Ukrainian military forces are the Azov Battalion, and now the Democrats have. It is a fact that the Democrats have sent all this shit over there to the Nazis. If y'all don't know who the Azov Battalion are, look up who they are. They are scum of the earth, Nazi white supremacists in Ukraine, who are part of the Ukrainian army.
They're also the trollbane characters in World of Warcraft, because that's the first thing that came up.
The Azov Battalion, or wherever they are. Yeah, be interesting if we act. Not that the government ever enforces its own rules or on its own people, or anybody faces any consequences for any kind of wrongdoing whatsoever.
So before we wrap this up, because I'm getting the signal, because she's got to get on the call. Todd, what's the silver gold and stock doing today?
Nothing much. It's pretty flatlined. Nothing happening.
Well, if you were to happen to be on a Carnival cruise ship today, for dinner tonight, you in the main dining room, you'd have a choice between grilled swordfish, braised lamb, honey glazed pork loin, lasagna.
What's a loan? What's a pork loin?
Loin.
Ugh.
Herb crusted stuffed portobello mushrooms, featured Indian vegetarian, grilled chicken breasts, broiled sirloin steak.
Y'all realize us Southerners, we do not count the South Carolina yeehaws as Southerners because they have their own language.
Hell yes. You go down to go down to Charleston, and you don't know where the hell those people are
Go
from.
down to the fucking low country. Oh yeah, you don't know what the hell. Even I have to. I'm looking around, going, "Where's the words on the screen when I'm talking to this guy?"
When we moved to Rock Hill in 1971, I was 13 years old. I had just turned 13 years old. I was in the 7th grade. I had a math teacher that would make me explain math questions on the blackboard just because she wanted to hear me talk, because I had such a heavy Charleston accent. And the blackboard was that thing that you wrote on that was black, and that you had white chalk that you wrote on, lag, before they came up with the whiteboards with the magic markers.
And so the pork loin and the loin cloth, are they the same kind of thing?
I don't know. It came up in my Facebook feed this morning. So
Tarzan Thom.
So anyway,
they didn't have wings. Did they not know that Tuesday night is wing night?
I want Tuesday night to be the night that I win $1 billion. So if I just disappear off the face of the earth tonight, you know I won. And the winner is from North Carolina, you know I won. The ones I have a good relationship with, I'll send the plane to pick you up, take you down to my Caribbean island. The other ones, nice to know you.
It reminded me to send out the text to remind everybody, tailgaters tonight. If y'all are in the area, tailgaters 95. It's 75% wing night. Come join us.
Damn, 75 a wing. That's only, hell, it cost me $100 just to eat.
I usually eat 12, so.
And when you say a wing, is that just a piece?
Yeah.
Or is that like the little drumstick thing?
Either one. A drumstick or whatever the other flat.
Yeah.
I had to put it in there because someone in the chat is not coming tonight.
Harlan? She got a date?
He's going to see Jelly Roll. Okay, so he said he was eating Jelly Roll. Then he changed it very quickly that he's going to see Jelly Roll. I'm like, ugh, that's not that's bad.
What is he, a singer?
Yeah.
A rapper?
I mean, I Google Jelly Roll to get a good picture of him.
I just did that. He looks like a fat guy with a beard. Is that him?
All fat guys with beards do not look alike.
He's got his hat on backwards.
That's him.
Jason Kempen?
Looks like he's got a bad case of prison tattoos all over him.
Yeah. Is it Jason Kempen? His real name?
Sure. I don't know.
I just can't believe a good old boy from Alabama is going to go see him.
We live in a progressive city here.
I hear you.
He sings some country and some mixture. It's that blur of modern country that sounds a lot like what pop music was in the 80s, 70s and 80s before hip hop came around and just destroyed everything.
Glenn says he sings country.
Yeah, it's Harlan just lost his man card.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like popular music in our day before Wet Ass Pussy and all them things took over the airwaves. Yeah. Just disgusting.
Is Harlan taking one of his old ladies? And when I say old ladies, I'm not talking about being derogatory to women. I'm talking about the old ladies that thought he was pretty hot in those shorts he had on or whatever.
You gotta realize we are in our 50s, oldest relative now. I don't know who he's going with. I have not heard.
You followed Victoria. You followed Jelly Roll for 5 minutes, and then
it could be his daughter. His daughter likes to go to concerts. He could be going.
Harlan's got children.
Yeah, 27 and 23 or 4, 2 kids, a son and daughter.
How old is Harlan? In his 50s?
He is only a year younger than me. He is 53.
Dang, he looks young. Yeah,
he's actually what? He's 2 weeks older than Joni. His birthday's 2 weeks before Joni.
I was telling Roberta about y'all celebrating your wedding anniversary last week, and Jacob's birthday was 2 days later. And I said, but Jacob, they've been married 32 years, and Jacob's only 25. She said, well, good, because I thought that was a shotgun wedding there.
I can hear Jody screaming right now.
What's that?
Do the fucking math.
Yeah. Well, my older brother, my parents had been married a year and like 3 months when my brother was born. And so he's always messing with my mom, because my mom is really straight laced. She don't play about any of that kind of stuff. And she's like, you either need to hush or you need to go home.
But our parents' generation, that happened a lot. Yeah. A lot of honeymoon or first few months of babies.
Yep. So, anybody got any final words before we rock and roll out of here?
Thank you, Mr. Sadie. I am a lot more fun. Me and Tracy are Tracy's already are gonna be. It might just be me and Tracy tonight, but me and Tracy will have a good time.
Yeah, Joni's sweet lady. She wouldn't say stuff like that. That's Scott.
Have you met?
All
Half the time,
the pictures you share is always she looks so angelic.
she's 10 times worse than me, and she gets away with it because that why she looks innocent. My mother told her back. We've been living across the street from mother for a few years. For those you don't know, we lived across the street in North Carolina from mother for like I don't know 12 years. After about 3 or 4 years, mother just one day said Johnny, you look so innocent to be one of the biggest perverts I know. This coming from my lesbian mother who came out in the '70s. So there you go. Take that for what you want.
Todd, when you were filming the puppy, she was like, she'd kind of glance over at the camera, then she'd look away, like, Dad, you're embarrassing me. All right. Any other final words? We're going to wrap it up. All right. Thanks everybody for coming in today, hanging out with us nonsense. Scott will have his own brand of nonsense tomorrow.
Yep. Save America, buy adult diapers. There we go.
Yeah, that's right. And
make America great again, buy adult diapers.
Then I will be back on Thursday, and Todd will be back on Friday. On the 14th, I will be gone. I got to take care of some. I got to see about getting a damn passport. Around here, it's for the next 2 weeks. Everything's booked up, so we got to go up to where Roberta's from, and she's got an appointment made up there on the 14th to get it done, and I got to do some research for her dad at the courthouse. So I'll have to take care of business.
Research at the courthouse, does that mean you need to pay your bail? What does that mean?
No. He's got family that's buried in a cemetery. It was a family cemetery. A lot of the markers are gone. So we're trying to find out who would be the contact person for that. So we can see if they have any kind of map or, any kind of details on where people were buried at. Because some of his family members are the people that their markers are gone.
The chat has an interesting question before we go. They want to know, on the 14th, if you're gone, how are we going to notice any different than a regular day?
That's Todd's show.
Phil said it. You're gone now, but we're not going to mention it. So how are we supposed to notice the difference on the 14th?
Well,
that wasn't me.
Thank you, Phil.
Even though I was thinking it, that wasn't me.
So some of you people plan on coming in and hanging out with Todd.
One of us will cover the 14th. It's all right.
So, all righty. Especially Victoria, you need to come in and spice up the show.
Yeah, we can have her sing. Work up some patriotic music for us, Victoria.
Todd and Victoria would have a show of nothing but singing because they'd sing together.
She doesn't want to be seen in public with us, the degenerates.
Daddy sang bass.
All right. Y'all have a great day. Bye.